Hello world. I have my glasses on and I hate when there's a ring. You see that? All right. Take the glasses off because you're pretty close. So I don't necessarily need my glasses. If you are watching, I'd love for you to say hi. If you're watching the replay, I would love for you to say replay. Today is we're gonna talk about like vivid dreams. And I met someone, I made a new friend, and he's brought a lot of things to my attention about dreaming. About a lot of things, actually. And he asked me, "Anik, do you dream?" I'm like, "Oh man, I don't remember the last time I dreamed." Do you remember the last time you dreamed? Do you have vivid dreams? I remember before I used to dream like crazy and I would remember them. I'd always have like flying dreams. Okay, listen to this. So I'd have a lot of dreams where I'd have to legit jump and flap my wings and I would start flying. But no one else would be able to fly, but I would then be able to fly. Oh, Carissa, I dream very, very vivid dreams every single night. I can control it sometimes. Do you ever try to analyze your dreams? I think dreams is like our subconscious, right? So I do like to analyze my dreams. I have seen Jesus. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so last night I if you're not dreaming, I feel that that's a message cuz I feel like we should be dreaming. And I feel like so that's what my friend said that sometimes it just means that there's just too much going on in your life and you're in like a stress. Everybody goes through different things. Some people could be in a really stressful environment, stressful life, and they're dreaming. But he's like, Nick, you should be dreaming. You should be, it's like a message. And I was like, okay. And then I started talking about dreams. And then all of a sudden, I started meditating and I started reading up about stuff and I started doing more inner work. And then all of a sudden I started dreaming. So for me, it's almost like when you're in alignment with yourself, you dream. So if you are dreaming, pat yourself on the back. I think it's a good sign. It's a really good sign. Um, so they say once we enter REM dream, which is about 90 minutes into sleep, the brain resumes that inner conversation. But instead of thinking in words, we are thinking in symbols, metaphors, emotions, because the brain is now working differently. Lowenberg said one difference in sleeping brain function is that the part of the frontal lobe that controls rational and linear thoughts become dormant, which is why dreams can be so imaginative. In addition, the amygdala, which controls emotions, become highly active, which is why our dreams can be so extremely frustrating or frightening or even amazing. So I think that's so cool. And I I believe that we're constantly I love you, Carissa. I believe it's a message. It's I feel like it's our subconscious trying to talk to us, which I think is really cool. For a really long time, because I didn't really like my life, I've been blessed with trauma in my life because I say blessed because it's brought me to who I am today, which is fabulous. Did you just say you're fabulous? I did. I think we are allowed to think that we are fabulous. Don't you? Don't you think? I think so. So, that being said, um, oh, I just had an ADHD moment. I totally forgot what I want to say. Yeah, so I've been trying to connect with my subconscious. I'm trying to realize why what she said affected me, why what his action did affected me. Why is this really bugging me in life? Why is this pattern constantly happening? I'm constantly asking why. I've been on this growth journey probably since I'll say 15. 15. I started questioning my existence. I was questioning my existence probably before that. I've always been questioning my existence. Do you? I know a lot of people that just go through life and they're just like, meh, I know people like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And at one point I wanted to be that, but today I'm happy I'm not because you miss out on a lot of growth opportunities. So my dream last night was crazy. I haven't had a vivid dream like this in a really long time. And I woke up and I was sharing it with my friend. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I had the craziest dream." So, I had this crazy dream. Did you ever have dreams that people are cheating on you? I remember when I was with Chris and, I would wake up and I'd be like, "You cheated on me last night." And I'd be so mad, and he's like, "Well, I didn't, Anik." And I'm like, "No, but you did. You did. You cheated in my dream." And he's like, "Well, Nick, I'm really sorry, but just know that it's a dream. It's not real." And I'm like, "It feels so real. Doesn't it just feel so real?" Well, last night I'm in like this building and there's a lot of people coming in and out. It's kind of looks like a school and there's a lot of people going. There's a lot of Sensi people. And I felt this feeling of feeling unworthy. I felt like I was being alienated and I felt like I was alienating. Sometimes I feel like when we feel like we're being alienated, it's because we've put ourselves in that situation and we're alienating them. It's like projection. And this is actually like truth. I actually feel that within my Sensi community sometimes with certain people that I've been alienated because of my viewpoints of the world. And that's been an inner thing. And I'm like, guys, you guys know I'm super authentic. So I just share what's going on. Like, I got no shame in my game because I'm on this growth journey. And if we can't be real with ourselves, and of course I could be real myself and just write in a journal, but I want to talk about it with you guys because people don't talk about this stuff enough? Okay. So that was happening. And then there's somebody I know in the Sensi world that for some reason I thought that their relationship wasn't doing very well, and it was just a thought. I hadn't talked to this person, I never heard anything about it, but there's just something when I would see pictures of them, I would see their eyes, and I would just like, "There's something going on." And then there was a post eventually made about it, and I was like, "Okay, that's interesting, Anik, your intuition was right." Well, they were in my dream. One of them was in my dream, and I said, "Hey, how's your relationship going with so and so?" And then they started crying, and I was like, "It's okay. Like I've gone through a breakup. It's really hard and it's really confusing. And when people are going on a growth journey, like it just shifts a lot of things, and you start questioning everything." And it was just like this really beautiful moment that I had within this bubble of feeling unworthy and feeling unloved, and feeling misunderstood, but yet I was having this like beautiful one-on-one moment. And right now I'm just talking out loud, and when I talk out loud sometimes I just like messages pop up in my brain, and it's just like, "Hey, Nick, like the big picture doesn't really matter. It's what you're doing here that really matters. And if you're feeling alienated or whatnot," and I'm just getting a message too. Carissa said, "Being alienated for loving Jesus is the best way to be alienated, sis. You always keep being your authentic self and it will all make sense." Yes. And that's true. And so there's a sense of me in my whole entire life, my whole existence, where I wanted to be like everybody. You want to be relatable, okay? And I'm really learning about these gene keys and how your DNA holds information. And in my gene keys, it talks about how I want to be relatable. Um, and and that's true, but there's also the other side of me that just doesn't give a F about what people think about me. So there's constantly this like pull in my life and in me personally. So even though you I want to be different, it's 111 right now, so that's really beautiful. Even though I love being unique, sometimes when you are unique, you kinda just wish that you weren't, if that makes any sense. It's kinda like you always want what you can't have, but I definitely wouldn't change anything, but that was, like, this message I got from that part of my dream, and that's why it's so good to talk about it out loud, because when you start talking about things out loud with like-minded people or just yourself or journaling, you get messages, and that's what doing the inner work is. That is what doing the inner work is. So, now, all of a sudden in my dream, Chris is in my dream, and I found out that he cheated on me while we were together. We weren't together in my dream, and then all of a sudden, I find out that he cheated on me while we were together, which that didn't happen. Not that I know of anyway. So, um, he's a Cancer, and Cancers don't usually cheat. They're actually the most um, trustworthy partner. So, yeah, go Cancers. Sagittarius, I wonder if they cheat. I feel like they probably do. I've never cheated in my whole entire life. Never. I could never. I could never. I would throw up. I'm a horrible liar, I was just like poker face. So, in my dream, I find out he cheated on me, and he's around and he's like discussing it with one of his buddies, and he's talking about like this girl and blah blah blah, and then I hear about it and I'm trying to listen, and then I'm just like, "You are a piece of poop." Like the reactive Nick anger. She came out in the dream. And then all of a sudden I realized that I need to go somewhere, but I can't find my boots. I just can't find my boots. So I'm trying to find my boots. There's no journey in my dream, okay? I don't have a child. I don't know if I did or I don't, or if she was around or not around, but there was no child. And I remember us having like this discussion amongst this like building of a bunch of people and stuff. And he was telling me stuff and I was telling him, and I'm like, whatever, and then I felt like crappy and unworthy. Ooh, there's a theme here that like, well, if you cheated on me, I must be unworthy, kind of thing. But I couldn't find my boots, and my boots were these like ankle. I wish I could find a picture of like, that would be so cool if I could find silver space boots. Okay, I found them. I found them. Um, how can I share this? 1 second. Okay. Okay. They were pretty much these boots right here. Oh, where'd they go? These ones. Okay. They were like these boots. They were silver. They were space boots. They were ankle. And they were so this is the boots I was looking for. And I could not find them. And I was going everywhere around trying to find my boots. And I just couldn't find my boots. So, then all of a sudden, Lady Gaga appeared in my dream. And she like popped into the room and just said, "Hey," and then left. And I was like, okay, that was weird. And then all of a sudden now I'm in a car and I'm driving the wrong way. I'm going up a long stretch and there's like a hill and I'm going the wrong way, but I didn't think I was going the wrong way. And then all of a sudden everybody in the vehicle realized that I was going the wrong way, but I wasn't like going the wrong way. It felt like we were going the right way. And then all of a sudden I'm not going the right way. So now I'm going the wrong way. So I'm just like Googling all this stuff. And you have to be careful what you Google because different sites talk about different things. So what does it mean when you dream about boots? Like shoes, boots often a message of getting more grounded, natural, and earthly in steps you are taking to actualize your aspirations. The boot can also be a symbol of becoming more motivated, as in booting up or starting something. Looking for boots can symbolize planning for a difficult transition. Dude, that is resonating with me hardcore in my life. I feel like I am totally really I'm intro perspective. I'm looking at all like my faults and I want to learn from them and be better. I'm trying to like ground myself. I'm looking to be more natural and earthly and realize that I am an earthly being and I'm meant to be here. And I'm trying to like open up my gifts. But the only way I could open up my gifts is to really understand my faults, and like the darkness that's happening in my life, like, shine some light on that, because that's the only way we can release the darkness is to shine some light. And there's a huge transition happening in my life. I am in the middle of a transition, and I feel like I've been in the middle of a transition in a long time. I feel there's a massive shift happening in my life right now. And if it's happening in my life, it's probably happening to you. And if you are watching this, I would love for you to comment if you are, if you resonate with this, that there's a shift happening in your life, that maybe there's a shift perspectively, that you're seeing the world differently, or that you see yourself differently, or your world changed, that you also went through a divorce, and that, so, or you change jobs or whatever. I feel like there's a massive global shift happening in the world, which is really exciting. I said, what does the color gray symbolize in a dream? But this is not gray, this is silver. So let's see. Um, what does the color silver mean in a dream? Um, I don't know if this is like in the dream. So let me just stay with me here. Um, I can't really find anything. Um, in a positive text, silver often represents grace, redemption, or something valuable. Ooh. Yes, Aubrey. Aubrey said she's feeling a shift too. We're probably on the same vibe, girl. We're probably on the same vibe. So then I checked. Oh, okay. Boots also. Um, Boots featured in a dream is lucky omen. If in your dream the boots were leather, then this indicates a marriage in the near future. They were not leather. Phew. The dream that the boots were being worn. Okay, make sure that you trust the people. If you lose a boot in your dream, then this means that there are some danger in the future. Make sure you trust the people around you. Picking or putting on boots in a dream denotes that you will be wise in a situation. My boots, I didn't lose the boot, like lose a boot. This talked about that. Then so finding out that your ex cheated on you in a dream. So I Googled that. It says it might also reflect concerns you have about infidelity in a new relationship. In other cases, these types of dreams may represent parallels in your present life. If you're questioning the honesty of your friends, you might dream about an ex cheating because the emotions are similar. Sometimes being cheated on in a dream is symbolic of a partner not giving you enough time or attention. And the dream is a manifestation of that. It may not be about your partner either. You may feel that someone or something else in your life isn't honoring or respecting an agreement that she adds. So I can kind of relate to that. There's just a lot of unknowns in my life. I am single, ready to mingle. I'm, talking and I'm dating. And so sometimes, it can be very confusing. It's really exciting, guys. Like I keep telling people, like, if you're going through a breakup, um, embrace your breakup, because it is probably, if it's happening, it's meant to happen, and it's a gift. It's a gift, okay? So that I can totally relate to. So the whole dream is just kind of crazy. Oh, going the wrong way. Um I had googled that. Let's see. Let's see here. Driving down the wrong side of the road dream. What is dreaming about the wrong side of the road? Okay. What is dreaming about driving on the wrong side of the road is a very basic dream. Dreams happen consistently through life. It is not unusual to have same dreams many times in your life. Dreams are okay. Dreaming about driving on the wrong side signifies you do not feel you're living your best life. We live in the time where the pressure and expectations of society, of our family, and our lives are too demanding. Dreaming of driving on the wrong side of the road proves that you are having problems to reach an acceptable goal. If this feeling speaks to you, then it is a really good sign of unconscious. You're realizing that you need change. And you know what? I can relate to that because I do want change. I'm looking for change. What does it mean, dreaming, losing control in your vehicle and driving? What does driving someone's in a dream? So I like to look at different ones. Dreaming is a good luck and fortune. You're being modest. You're experiencing a lowered self esteem. Your dream is about spiritual and creative energy. You are revealing some hidden truth and secret. So I really like more of this description. Dreaming about driving on the wrong side of the road represent acceptance of who you are. Perhaps you are taking a new perspective and a different view of things. You're putting an act on an act. This dreams refers to your wild inner character and emotional desires. You are undergoing some transformation and individuation process. All right. So that relates to me too. Like I legit feel like a full layer of me has come off. I feel like a completely different person today. And there's not specific day that happened because that's not how like transformation happens, right? Like I wonder, to a caterpillar when it goes into its cocoon, it's not, and chrysalis, and it it doesn't happen over a day. It happens over a transition, a period of time, and I think that that's what's happening to humanity right now. By the way, guys, I love when you guys are commenting on my videos. I love that when you share, if you resonate with something. I love when you share my videos. um because maybe other people would resonate with this message, but I think it's really cool. So what's interesting is that the more I start talking about my dreams, the more I talk about dreams, the more I've been dreaming. And the more that I like ground myself and the more inner work I've been doing, the more I've been dreaming. And literally, even meditating now, I'm like visualizing different things. Like I had a vision when I was meditating, which has never happened before, of my person. I saw him. I saw him. It was just a silhouette, and he was holding me like this, and then I was holding Journey's hand, and I was like, "Cool," and then I was pregnant. So, I thought that was, like, so cool, like, I don't know if I, like, wish the pregnancy or whatnot, but I would love another baby. I have a deadline, and I'm okay, I believe in God's plan for me. If God wants to give me another child, I will take it, and if I'm only going to have Journey, I will take it. So if I'm with a partner that is pro babies, cool, and a partner that's like, nah, then I'm like, okay. So I'm indifferent, but I'm more leaning towards I would love to push out another baby out of my vagina, even though that was probably too TMI, but what a trip. What a trip to be able to hold a baby, create a baby in your belly, and be able to push it out of your body. Because I want to do like a home birth, and I want to go all natural. Like I did go all natural, but at a hospital. I really want to try to do it all on my own, and with the help of people. But I just really want a pool, in my living room, and just you know. So yeah, what do you guys think of dreams? And whatever's happening in your life right now, just allow it. And I am going to sit in some bubble and try to just take in the vibe of my dream. I'm going to try to not judge my dream. I'm going to just try to listen to what the message was. And I feel like if we just sat down in stillness more often, that the world, God, the creator, or life, the universe, is speaking to you constantly. But we're so distracted all the time that we're not really necessarily listening or hearing what it's trying to tell us. And I think if we just took the time to just be still and quiet, for 5 minutes, I feel like that's a way we can save the world. Because if we can just heal our world, if we all just took responsibility of our own world, that's how we change the world. I remember I'm a humanitarian. There's so much energy like messages, and it's all about humanitarian, humanitarian, humanitarian. I'm literally born on Human Rights Day. So when I started seeing what was going on, and I saw the lies that were happening on the news, and I was just like, no, no, do not believe them. Like I put my reputation on the line. I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about anything. I just wanted to save the world. that's that's it came from a place of love. It came from a place of love. And I know I shifted a lot of people because people have told me, and people have changed their decisions based on some of the information I shared. But everything happens for a reason. Like that in my life had to happen. I had to shift. I had to go through that. I had to go through the anger and go through the frustration and go through the guilt and go through the unknown. So if you are in a bubble of frustration, if you are in a bubble of pain, if you are in a bubble, allow it. Don't numb it. Allow it. It's meant to be happening in your life right now. It's teaching you something. And I totally allowed it. I spent so many mornings praying, meditating, journaling. Every day I did that. I do therapy. Was it twice a week? Once a week. I think at one point it was twice a week, and then I went down to once a week. I just wanted to talk about what was going on in my mind, and how I was feeling inside my body, because I know that's the only way we can release it. And I remember crying, to my therapist, my psychotherapist. And I was just like, man, life is hard. She's like, yeah, Nick, it is hard. And here's the thing, like, you have the courage to face it. Most people don't have the courage to face their problems. They just numb it. Of course, it's going to be hard for you, Nick, because you are facing it. You're talking about your demons. You're bringing it to light. You're questioning your own self. You're questioning your value. You're questioning your worth. You're questioning everything. You're questioning your decisions. You're questioning your actions. You're questioning everything. And we're like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, we're like peeling off layers. And then there's more layers that we can talk about. People don't want to do that. And this is the only way you can grow as a person. She's like, you are brave. And it was just so nice to hear that. It takes courage to do that. So if you are taking the time to look within, to journal, to do therapy, like that takes courage. So well done. Like tap yourself on the back. It's amazing. You're actually shifting the world by just doing that. You're shifting the world by just being open to different things. All right. There's my dad. So yeah, I'm buying a shed. I need a shed. And before I go to bed, I always pray to God and Jesus to give me messages and guidance in my dreams. Oh, pray. I love that. I love that. Um, all right. Have yourself a beautiful day. I'm so grateful that you are in my life. And if you like what you see, feel free to share. Send me some love. And I'll be back. Okay, thanks.